Americans won't be the only ones watching tonight's speech. The world will be following the State of the Union address closely, particularly to see what the president says about Iran. For more, let's bring in CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata, who is in Tel Aviv, Israel. So U.S. military personnel are largely in place for this potential military operation. But Charlie, how long can this buildup be sustainable?
Lindsay, that is a very key question, because when you talk about the largest buildup that this region has seen, certainly in terms of air power, we're talking about since 2003, the invasion of Iraq, and there is a lot of it. And then the naval power. And yes, that is not sustainable for an indefinite amount of time. And the reason being, when you move aircraft into position, F-18s, F-35s, F-22 fighter jets, stealth fighter jets, there are logistics around that. They have to be fueled up and they have to be ready to go. They have to have the munitions in place. And it's all down to what military readiness or combat readiness is how the military terms that. So they are in that position, essentially like a sprinter on the starting blocks. And now we've got two aircraft carriers that are now in place, the USS Gerald R. Ford, which we believe to be off the coast of the Mediterranean, not far from here. Eventually, in the next few days, the USS Abraham Lincoln, again with the F-35s and the F-18 fighter jets. All of these aircraft and personnel and naval assets in place if, and this is a big if, by the way, if called upon to attack Iran. And if that happens, to provide protection, force protection for the tens of thousands of U.S. troops in this region. And where I'm standing, Israel itself, which is likely to come under attack from a retaliation from Iran, again, if this is to take place.
So based on what you're hearing from sources, your own reading of the tea leaves, is the president considering a targeted strike or a larger, longer-term operation if he acts?
Lindsay, honestly, all of the above. And it's not me being coy. Not only myself, other individuals who are in touch with our contacts at the Pentagon and in the region, CENTCOM, Central Command, as we call it. It's down to the president, it's down to the White House, it's down to a certain group of individuals, and they will have a whole menu, an a la carte menu of either limited strikes, possibly hitting the regime, possibly hitting Iranian ballistic missile sites, which is certainly what the Israelis want to see, and the Israelis might be in league with that particular strike package, or it might be a 1-2 punch where the United States is hitting regime targets and the Israelis are going after ballistic missiles because that's the priority. We've spoken to intelligence officials here who say that is an option too. So you're looking at the whole kind of gamut. And President Trump has said this himself. He's considering limited strikes, but they're also preparing for what could be a prolonged, sustained campaign, not just against Iran, but the way Iran retaliates, because we have it on pretty good authority that Iran has possibly 1,800 missiles, mid to long-range missiles that can hit right here where we're standing. We were there this afternoon, just a couple of blocks away, where an Iranian missile during the 12-day war last year in June hit that area, capable of hitting this, getting past that Iron Dome. And if it can reach here, it can reach U.S. forces too.
Charlie D'Agata at this late hour in Tel Aviv, thank you. And stay with CBS News for live coverage of President Trump's State of the Union address and the Democratic response. Our coverage begins at 5 o'clock Eastern with a special edition of The Takeout with Major Garrett, and CBS Evening News anchor Tony DeCopel will lead our coverage from Washington, D.C. starting at 8 p.m. with the speech itself scheduled for 9. Afterward, you can watch the Free Press post-State of the Union show on CBS News 24/7.